Step 4, Full YouTube Script Episode 14. Channel, BizPilot. Topic, Struggling to manage remote teams? The AI Management Revolution. Runtime, 9 minutes, 400 words. Your remote team isn't failing because they're remote. They're failing because your management style is a relic of the Industrial Revolution. If you're currently using trust as a strategy, or worse, if you're spending your days chasing people for status updates, you don't have a business, you have a high-stress babysitting service. Right now, your competitors are deploying an AI accountability layer that tracks every deliverable, summarizes every meeting, and predicts bottlenecks before they happen. They aren't managing people anymore, they're architecting systems. While you're drowning in Slack notifications, they're scaling to 8 figures with 0 managers. The era of the babysitter CEO is over. And if you don't adapt, you aren't just falling behind. You're becoming a dinosaur in a world of digital meteors. Welcome back to BizPilot. We don't do work-life balance here. We do leverage. Today, we're dissecting the remote management paradox, why more freedom for your team usually leads to more stress for you, and how AI is the only way to break the cycle. I'm going to show you the exact AI stack that allows me to manage a global team in less than 15 minutes a day, the 3 management roles you need to automate immediately, and why the daily stand-up is actually a sign that your business is on life support. If you want to stop being the bottleneck and start being the pilot, listen very carefully. Let's talk about the trust trap. Most remote owners think the solution to remote management is hiring the right people and trusting them. That sounds nice on a LinkedIn post, but it's a recipe for disaster in a high-growth business. Trust is not a system. Trust doesn't scale. When you rely on trust, you're relying on human memory, human motivation, and human honesty, all of which are notoriously unreliable. The problem isn't your people, it's your visibility. In a physical office, you have accidental visibility. You see who's at their desk, you hear the hum of work, you sense the energy. In a remote setting, that visibility goes to 0. Most owners respond to this by micromanaging, sending you up messages on Slack or demanding hourly updates. This kills morale and wastes your most precious asset, your focus. The AI solution is the accountability layer. Instead of asking, "What did you do today?" you deploy tools that analyze what was produced today. We're talking about AI agents that monitor Git commits for developers, Figma edits for designers, and CRM updates for sales reps. These agents don't report on hours worked because hours are a vanity metric. They report on milestones achieved. You move from managing time to managing outcomes. You don't need to trust them when the data speaks for itself. That number? That is the average productivity drop when a manager starts micromanaging a remote team. You aren't staying on top of things. You are literally paying your team to produce less. Every time you check in, you're breaking their flow state. If you can't see what's happening without asking, your system is broken. Now, let's kill the biggest time sink in history, the Zoom meeting. If you have more than 3 people on a remote team, you've probably felt the meeting creep. You start with one weekly sync, then it's a daily stand-up, then it's a quick chat that lasts 45 minutes. Before you know it, you're a professional meeting attendee who occasionally does some work at 9 p.m. Meetings are the tax you pay for bad systems. They exist because information isn't flowing where it needs to go. Enter the asynchronous AI stack. First, the transcription layer. Tools like Fireflies.ai or Otter don't just record meetings, they act as a corporate brain. They summarize the action items, identify the sentiment, and ping the relevant team members automatically. If you weren't in the meeting, you can read the 30-second summary and know exactly what happened. Second, the context bot. Imagine a custom GPT trained on every Slack message, every Notion page, and every SOP in your company. When a new hire has a question like, "How do I process a refund?" they don't ask you or their manager. They ask the context bot. It gives them the answer in 2 seconds, with links to the relevant documents. You've just eliminated 80% of the internal noise that forces you into meetings. Third, async video. Stop jumping on a call. Record a 2-minute loom and let the AI summarize it. Your team watches it when they're in their peak productive hours, not when you're bored and want to talk. You are building a company that functions 24/7 without you being the central nervous system. Slack is a casino. It's designed to keep you clicking and responding. If your management consists of sitting in Slack all day, you aren't a CEO. You're a high-paid receptionist. The AI manager doesn't live in the chat, they live in the dashboard. So, if you aren't micromanaging and you aren't in meetings, what are you doing? You are architecting that AI manager. This is the future of headcount. Instead of hiring a $6,000 a month operations manager to watch your VAs, you build an AI agent that does the following. 1. The milestone monitor. It pings the team when a deadline is 24 hours away and asks if they need help. If the reply contains words like stuck or waiting on, it automatically escalates the issue to the person they're waiting on. 2. The quality auditor. For repetitive tasks like data entry or lead generation, the AI agent samples the work and checks it against your SOPs. If the error rate exceeds 2%, it pauses the task and notifies you. It doesn't get tired, it doesn't have bad days, and it doesn't feel awkward giving negative feedback. 3. The culture pulse. AI bots like Donut or specialized sentiment analysis tools monitor the vibe of your digital workspace. They see if someone hasn't posted in 3 days or if the tone of a channel is becoming toxic. They alert you to the fire before the building burns down. You are scaling your business by building digital infrastructure. A human manager is a recurring expense. An AI management system is a permanent asset. You're shifting from managing people to owning systems. This is how you build a billion-dollar company with a headcount of 1. Here is the hard truth: the human manager is a legacy cost. In 5 years, companies with high management-to-worker ratios will be priced out of the market. They cannot compete with the zero marginal cost oversight of AI. You have a choice: become the pilot who designs these systems, or become the worker who is managed by them. There is no middle ground. Remote management is only hard when you're using 20th century tools for a 21st century workforce. By deploying an AI accountability layer, embracing asynchronous communication, and building digital managers, you stop being a babysitter and start being a pilot. You move from the chaos of human emotions to the precision of algorithmic logic. The BizPilot philosophy is simple: automate the mundane so you can dominate the meaningful. You weren't meant to be the engine room mechanic, you were meant to be in the cockpit, looking at the horizon. If you're ready to kill the micromanagement habit and start building your autonomous empire, hit that subscribe button. We're dropping the exact tech stacks and prompt blueprints for AI managers every single week. Don't get left on the ground. Comment pilot below, and I'll send you our meeting-free manifesto with the top 5 tools we use to stay async. I'm BizPilot, and the sky is the limit. See you in the next one.